One.
Hey guys, welcome out to another episode of Rolls with Benefits. We are missing a lot of our people tonight, just sicknesses and other stuff going on. You know how it is with this time of the world. So instead of the regular campaign tonight, we're running a one-shot that I have had in the works, and I'm sort of winging some of the parts of it because it's not all planned out. So we'll see how this goes. But it's a one-shot called Vampiric Touches. So let's begin this. You guys are in a smaller country of Harusa. This country is next to a country we visited in the last campaign. Very much to the north, full of very dark pine forests. You three are all siblings, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Coming from the Helsing family, a family that encompasses the world. Encompasses?
Words are hard.
They are.
This is why you need double proficiency in English.
So,
Speaking of, it's
your family is all around the world, multiple branches of it. The main branch of the family, the Helsings, make their home here in Harusa. It is here that you three have grown up, in the family trade of killing, particularly monstrosities, monsters, occasionally the wayward human. Recently, your uncle, Victor Frame Helsing, a very close uncle who was a teacher to you guys, he had gone out on a mission with mostly gaining information, hired by the main crown, to go into a small town of Kevro. Here in Kevro, shipments of lumber from the families there that own the area stopped coming. Every messenger, every patrol sent out there hasn't come back. The one man that made its way out seemed to be screaming nonsense about dead bodies littering the streets, littering the countryside, blood flowing like water in the dark forest surrounding this area. So when that happened and these tales came to light, your uncle, very, very accomplished man, made his way up north farther, almost on the verge of the Intaki Mountains, to try to discover the source of this. After 3 weeks, nothing was heard, and a fourth week went by, and the crown came back to your family with concern and asked for more to be sent. It was then that you three were asked to go up there and to see what may have befell your uncle and to take care of the problem that was happening. It's here now that you three are making your way towards the town in the dark forest after riding for a week. This is where we find you three, just outside the town, on a hill in the forest where you're able to look down as the forest thins to what looks to be a small village leading up to a manor house. Not much can be seen. Seems to be very dark, foggy in some, close clinging fog to the bottom. With that, I would like if you guys would describe these characters for me, please.
I'm still preparing a few things, so not me
Yeah.
first.
I had not thought of that yet.
I will start then.
Yes, please.
I have a description, but I'm kind of focusing on other things now.
Okay. Well, I'm Lana von Helsing, and I am not very tall. I'm pretty short, petite, and lean, with very fair skin, deep red, almost cat-like eyes, and very short, like shaggy, pixie, curly white hair. Wear all black. Nothing too extravagant about the way she dresses. Mostly clothes made for stealth.
Okay, I guess I'll go next if you're... Okay.
I'm still working on it.
Okay. I'm still working, but... Sure, let's go for it. I am Damon Van Helsing. I have short, spiky black hair with a white streak along the side that goes to the back. Wearing dark clothes, a hood around that seems a little bit larger than a normal hood should be. A mix of cloth and leather armor. And just pass in front of the camera, don't you?
Dump out that. Move that so we're bearing on sound.
So, dark clothing, dark boots. On my right hip, I have 2 swords, and I have a bow and quiver on my back.
Oh yeah. I carry a longbow and a couple of daggers. That's important.
I am Adonis Van Helsing. I have long black hair, kind of slicked back. It's under a hat right now, so it's just poking out the back. Can't really see my clothes. I'm just wearing a dark leather trench coat, just kind of looking like I'm ready to rough it in the wilderness. Fair skin. You can see faint burn marks all over my face, like mostly on my neck. Like it looks like it's tried to been covered up on the face just so people aren't confused and ask too many questions. And you see just the stock of a rifle on my back just poking out. That's really all you can see.
Alright, with that, you 3 find yourselves the sound of forest all around you. Deep, dark greens of these pine trees. The sounds around you definitely have the normal sounds of a forest. You hear screaming, crying. It seems to be coming from deeper in the forest, almost. But the sounds almost seem not really. With your background, you do know in certain areas where tragedy has struck that the screams of the innocent seem to echo and be heard around about. No particular reason. It just is how it's been for you guys. The sounds seem to be things running through the forest, the cracking of a tree falling. Though looking around you, everything seems very normal. And with that, you guys begin making your way down the trail. And as you begin making your way down the trail here, you find the trail seems to be growing in. And with that, a slight rain begins to fall down. And the sounds that you were hearing seem to be muffled by it. With that, it's yours. What are you up to?
So we're just on this map, the trail we're on. Or can we not see that yet?
You cannot see anything.
Okay. So the trail looks like it's kind of overgrown? Is that what you're
It
saying?
is very much overgrown.
I'd like to make a perception check.
Perception.
Can I make a perception check too?
Don't handle it.
Nat 20!
Oof.
Alright, see?
That's a good way to start off the night.
Yeah.
Now let's watch it go downhill.
all the
Kyle's last
crazies.
week rolling 2 nat ones.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a terrifying beginning to the night.
Not too terrible. Could be better.
So with your nat 20,
Damon.
the rain now seems to be it's starting to come down. Sounds of thunder. Wet drizzle seems to now have been running down your neck. Very cold rain. Feel in the air. It's almost as if you could be expecting snow soon. As the temperature begins to plummet around you, the fog that was there seems to be dissipating slightly with the heavy rain pulling it down. In front of you down the pass, you see what looks to be the start of a village. Watching, looking, with your years of experience. There's no smoke coming from beneath the chimneys. In fact, at this time you just expect to see smoke and lights and the rain coming down. You see one wayward sheep making its way up the trail to you guys. On the sheep you see it looks like first mud, and as the rain's hitting it, you watch it smearing down the side, soaking its way into this sheep, this goat. The sheep. And you realize it is blood. You watch as this sheep makes its way past you, and almost red and pink with how much blood that was soaked into it. And it just kind of looks at you, and then just keeps on going. You look down to the village now, and you see what looks to be a well-built, looks like to be a lumber town. All the buildings look to be of heavy pine. Well built for the elements, whether it be snow, rain, sleet. Though the village, no movement. The only movement you've seen was that sheep. No dogs, no sounds, silence. Just the sound of rain and thunder as it creeps over this dense forest. To your right and left of the trail you see probably about 800 yards one way and a good distance the other, giant mountains. And behind you see a huge mountain that the village seems to be snuggled up against. Other than that, with this rain and your vision, it's not easy to see with how heavy the rain is now coming down. It's coming down in sheets. It seems to be blowing it sideways before it hits the trees and falls down.
And that's even with the enhanced dark vision.
And you're trapped.
Alright, well, seeing that, I'm gonna pull out my longbow. And I'm going to look over at them and just, I think we might have trouble, brothers. And I'm gonna start to sneak towards the town.
You are on horseback, mind you. Sorry.
I'm gonna tie my horse up.
Horse stealth.
I'm gonna tie my horse up and
Quite
then
the
sneak
coconuts.
towards town. Forgot you said we were on horseback. So I will tie my horse first, and then I'll sneak towards town. Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth if you're stealthy.
23.
Okay. What are you two doing?
Sorry. If she's noticeably trying to be stealthy, then I'll be stealthy as well.
Roll stealth check.
14 plus something.
Goodbye.
22.
So I'm just gonna look back at the sheep as it kind of just scurries away into the darkness, probably. Think, this can go very wrong, very well.
When does it ever go wrong?
And I'm
Right.
going to follow my siblings' example and stealth. Let's see. Ooh, okay, that is 23.
Good rolls, guys. So you three very
Plus 11 helps.
quietly begin making your way down, stepping very consciously, stepping over a twig here, and begin making your way slowly down towards the edge of the village. You make your way to the tree line. It is now cleared about 300 feet away from the village. And you stop there, knowing there's not much to hide behind, as you'd expect the fields there to be mowed, to be cut down to allow working. You realize now that the grass here is overgrown. The shrubs are starting to sprout. You see trees beginning in their sapling stages to come out of the ground.
Is there any sign of any movement?
There's not.
And you said that it's like 300 feet about between us and. So it's dark, correct?
It is probably about 4 in the evening. Though with the rain and with the heavy cloud cover, it's more like twilight.
I don't know if the skulker perfume helps with that one. Hide when lightly obscured from someone I'm like trying to hide from, but I don't know if that's gonna help. I'm just gonna continue to quietly and quickly move towards the town.
What are you guys doing?
Does the town look like it's been abandoned, or it's more been like raised, kind of like attacked, or what?
It looks as if it looks pretty well kept from your point of view right now.
Like it's just suddenly no one's there, pretty much. Just keep going, muttering under my breath, complaining about the weather.
I'm just gonna stay quiet for now and kind of just follow behind.
So, you guys begin making your way in. The rain begins to lighten up as soon as you begin stepping in, and before you know it, it's drizzle, and then barely there, and that heavy fog comes back. As you begin making your way now through the fog, and you're on the main street of the city, you see what, from the top you realize there was probably about 24 homes roundabout, with the mansion at the very top. And you make your way kind of to the first building, and now, what are your guys' names really quick?
Lana.
Alana.
Damon.
Adonis.
Adonis. All right, Adonis, you now begin kind of looking towards that first building. You see the door just kind of swinging open, creaking on its hinges.
Is there any hint of light inside?
There's not.
Alright.
The town doesn't look to have been abandoned long at all. It still looks like there's, from the outside, looks like it's the start of overgrowth, barely.
So I would like to stop my horse and just kind of creep up to that door and just listen.
Horse?
I thought we were still riding.
I left my horse.
I just finished riding
So
all
yeah,
this stuff, sorry.
you two hopped up your horses. You guys have Adonis. It's just rode it on his
So yeah, like I figured we were still riding. So if we're not riding, then I don't hop off my horse and I just go up to the slightly creaking door and just kind of listen.
Make a perception check.
That's correct. 18 plus 22.
22. You kind of close your eyes and listen. Silence.
I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave. Do I see or sense any undead?
So you kind of begin looking around, looking for that blip of undead green light that you would know you normally see. You begin looking around the town. There's nothing.
Nothing. Wait, so you said there was
There's
a green light? Nothing? Okay.
Well, I don't hear anything, so I'm going inside. I've had enough of this blasted weather. And I just open up, walk inside.
You see, push the door all the way open now.
Yeah.
Creaks. As you step in, go and make a perception check.
He's got a count. He's fine.
Total of 20.
Below 20.
Dirty 20.
You begin looking. The fog seems to be kind of coming in through the doorway now. And you look around. This is a one-bedroom cabin. You see a stove place, you see tables, a bed. You notice on the table it looks to be molding food, untouched, and a full meal prepared on the table. You see one upturned chair, another still tucked in. The bed seems to be very nicely made. You make your way over to the stove and kind of look, and you see on the stove looks to be what's left of an old stew. Other than that, the cabin's very nicely kept. Very clean. The only thing on there, you kind of take your hand on a windowsill and kind of wipe, and about about a month of dust has accumulated. Not a lot.
I'm gonna light the stove. Oh God. What?
Now you kind of pop open the stove, and the wood's definitely been burned out, but you see to the left there is a bunch of wood next to the stove.
Pull out the tinderbox, start scraping off some of the wood, making little.
And you go through the tinder box. What are you two doing while he's doing this?
Wondering why he's taking the time to make a fire, and then I'm gonna go to, if there's like a house across the way, I'm gonna go look inside.
Yes. So you make your way over to that one, and this door is shut, and you kind of push on it a little bit, lock.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my lockpicks.
Look at those lockpicks.
I have a six shot
that's
lockpick.
Sleight of hand.
I was gonna say that's a sleight of
What's your
hand.
proficiency?
That's what I thought.
I got this eraser.
So that would be 9.
Hey, at least I don't have grenades.
Oh God, we have grenades.
So with a plus 9, 11.
I'm confused. Why am I
So
rolling
you
well?
begin kind of. Your hands are so cold right now. It's chilly. The gloves that you have on are just not warm enough, and your hands are shaking right now from the cold. You can't seem to. Every time you are about to get those last tumblers into place, you slip because your hands are shaking, and it goes. And
Is there a window I could peek through?
there is. Yes.
Gotta peek through the window then.
You peek in through the window here, and go make a perception check.
Please be better than the last one. 22.
With that 22, you kind of stick your head in there, begin looking, and you see there's a hole in the back wall. Light kind of coming through it, and kind of looking inside, you see it looks against the door. It's locked, but you also see beds, tables, everything piled up against the door.
Does the hole look like something broke into the house or out of the house? I'm just gonna. You're the only one still up. Are you still outside?
Yeah, I'm still
Alright,
outside.
so I'm just gonna be like, Damon, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go around the house.
Be careful.
don't like when he changes the music. Nice knowing your brothers.
I like how you get the obviously like fortified house. Mine, they just kind of like, oh fuck it, I'm leaving.
You make your way to the back of their house and around. As you step around the back of the house, immediately you see stakes stabbed in the ground. 3 heads impaled onto them. And you see what looks to be blood in the entryway there that is broken in.
Or the head's human? Or humanoid?
Humanoid, yes. All humans.
Just bear one.
Damon? Adonis? You might want to come look at this.
About this time, Adonis, you get that fire lit.
It's like, this better be good. I'm just kind of mumbling to myself, and I just head out.
I make my way over to her.
You make your way for a statement and comb around the building, stopping in your tracks, seeing these impaled heads. All young adult.
So, I'm curious. So, do the heads look severed or like they've been torn off?
They all look.
Why are you laughing
One
at me?
looks like a
No one
very
was laughing.
clean,
I thought he laughed. I thought it.
very clean sever.
Okay, so probably a blade.
And the next one, also decently clean and severed. The other one looks to have been almost not ripped, but bitten off in holes. You're not entirely for sure. You need to make a medicine check for that.
Alright, at least we're not dealing with blood.
I will try to make a medicine check to see if I can figure out. 8. I'm gonna go with that out now.
You do not. They're definitely dead though.
Oh yeah. Pretty hard to find.
I'll take a look at them for a medicine check. Let's see, I might not do any better. Natural 20.
Damon, the human body has fascinated you. Your uncle Victor, he loved learning about human anatomy and anatomies of others, and he actually made some very good strides in like surgical and other trauma kits, things like that. And you were his assistant through most of it. Going up, you kind of make your way up to the first 2 heads, look to be pretty cleanly severed. You kind of look, and they seem to be almost not like a blade, but a clean blade that was burning, maybe, or definitely burning, but it was a blade at the same time of some sort.
Some sort of heated blade.
Maybe that's what you're kind of guessing. The 3rd head, though, this one took you a second as you begin kind of going up close, inspecting it. You see what look to be bite marks all along the different parts of the neck, and chunks were ripped out. And eventually you see that after so much flesh was gone, you see from the what's left of the spine, it looks like it was ripped off.
And I'll kind of just tell them what I found.
Adonis, you make your way around this point when he's looking at the heads.
Lana.
It's not enough that it's raining and it's bloody foggy. It has to be some sort of monster as well.
I mean, Uncle Victor expected as much. That's why he came out.
Yeah, I know.
To expect anything less would be shameful.
Can't we just have a good day for once?
Nah, probably not.
Not likely. Not in our family.
Well, I don't know. Shall we burn them?
Probably.
Did you see the bodies?
Did I?
Thinking which were their bodies, or was it just...
I was gonna say, well, if they're gonna burn the heads, I want to go inside and start looking around.
You make your way inside. There's old blood stains all over the floors. You see a sword bent at a 90-degree angle. You see a couple crossbow bolts in the walls. broken, shattered crossbow on the ground. No bodies, though.
Gonna go back to the opening and just... It looks like they tried to put up a fight. Obviously, it didn't end well for them.
So, were there bodies, or were there just heads?
I haven't found any bodies yet. So far, it's just heads. It's very possible that depending on what we're up against, they took the bodies for food.
Yeah, well, I can easily tell it's not normal undead or necromancy, because you can't really make something move if its head's gone.
What I want to know is, there was clearly a struggle. So why is the house across the street basically intact? There's even food on the stove and the table. It's just like the people just disappeared.
Maybe they ran to someone else's house and just left their house alone?
I mean, one of the chairs is even pushed in. If you're running for your life, would you take the time to push in your chair?
I mean, we were taught manners, but no.
Yeah,
I don't think even I would care that much.
There's manners and common sense.
We should maybe look at a couple of the other houses.
Alright.
See if there's a pattern.
Yeah.
You guys can make your way back out front. And about this time, you do see smoke coming from the chimney now. You see a nice warm glow from the inside. A very nice warm.
Just like, oh, please. Can we be done?
You guys kind of make your way, and Adonis was leading the way around. And as soon as he stops and looks, you guys pass him, you see him look so longingly over. Eventually turns around and begins following you. The next two houses you go up to, they're both unlocked. One looks very intact. The other one looks fairly intact as well, though is a messy person who lived there.
Well,
I guess. Just keep looking to see if that's the only house that seems to have been a target.
So you begin making your way up the street. You find another house that looked, the doors inside broken off onto the ground.
That one's something.
And in that one you go in, there's blood on the ground. No bodies though.
Is there like a way out back in this home?
There's not.
Is there any windows at the back of the house?
There's not. Just a window in the front.
I'm gonna try and look for the chapel and or graveyard.
Okay. So you guys begin looking at houses, and Adonis is making his way a little farther into town.
I just want to go peek around the back of the house and see if there's any more stakes or heads or anything.
I want to check kind of like the paths and kind of roads and streets to see if there's been any foot traffic or anything like that around.
So you begin following Adonis down towards the middle where the first couple parts are. And as you make your way deeper, Damon, Adonis, you get a smell on the wind of rotting flesh, of decay, one that a corpse brings. It's almost stopping you both in your tracks as you both kind of make ready stances.
Eyes of the grave one more time. So, do I see anything?
There's nothing.
No one dead? Okay.
And with that, the wind blows another way slightly, and the smell goes away. The wind was blowing directly in your faces.
When I come back around the house, do I notice that they're kind of in like a ready for action
No,
stand?
you kind of see them standing there looking around. Fog is very thick.
I'll just go up and join them.
As we're walking and like kind of stop and scanning for where the scent was or anything, I'm just gonna go to my holster and cock my pistol. Just have it ready.
Oh, I've never put my bow away.
I have a hand on one of my swords.
At this point, do you still go following Adonis, or do you go off one of the side roads here?
I'm kind of staying along kind of the path itself. I'm going to try and keep us in a group. But I'm going to be following, kind of just watching the road for any tracks or anything like that.
Yeah, needless to say, this is a very slow journey right now.
Yeah. And I'll try to stay close to them, but still look and see if there are any houses that look like they've been broken into.
Pass a few more houses. One or two have been broken into. Most of the doors seem to be shattered to pieces, worn on the ground. You make your way, start going uphill just a little bit. And you kind of keep pressing up, the fog begins to get a little thicker. Eventually you find yourself, as it opens up to a town circle, you do see what looks to be a church, and you hear the slight kinging of the bell as it kind of blows in the wind slightly.
Are there any lights at the church?
There.
Okay. Oh god. I always love some music. Well.
Was there a graveyard near the church?
There might be one behind it.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely for sure.
I would like to look, because that seems like a really good place to toss a bunch of bodies in a mass grave.
So you guys all kind of make your way to the church, or
Is the scent, like, from what we got, would it seem to be logical that it would come from the church area?
it would have came from where you headed? Yes. It just came and hit you directly in the face as when the wind changed. And we'll say that's from the north.
Is the church north?
Yes, it was north of the town. You guys came from the south.
Okay.
So you guys make your way over to the church. You stepped onto the grounds, and immediately you get this sense of hallowed peace. As you, what god?
Again, there's so much going on.
What?
That
Yeah, we didn't decide. You just
Again.
said we all came from... Family was very religious.
Yeah. So unless there's a specific
I
god,
did have a specific god. I can't remember it right now. One second. Right here.
Sup, Cthulhu?
Sorry, it's not Elfin.
I'm guessing it's not Paylor.
Definitely not Paylor.
It's Elefante.
That is Lathander.
Ah, okay, I know Lysander then.
For life and life.
Okay, yes.
And this is a church of Lathander. Very similar, and as you kind of step on your all your necklaces of that Trinity knot kind of almost seem to vibrate a little bit as you step onto this barrier, and then they calm down. You kind of do see through this fog that looks to the side of the church. You can see in the fog the shadow of gravestones. With your eyes at the grave, they're still going. You don't see anything.
I'm just seeing Rafes how long is the grave lasts for.
So I want to go carefully, like watching where I'm stepping, go around the graveyard and see if there's any evidence of like bodies or like a grave, like a mass grave.
Yeah, so...
It's only 6 seconds. So.
6 seconds, so...
Yeah, so that's only a turn. So
So, are the doors of the church intact?
They are.
Are they closed?
They are.
Are they like huge wooden doors that wouldn't just creak around?
Yes, very large.
Okay.
They look to be heavy pine wood.
Are there windows on front?
There are 2 large ones kind of up in the air a little bit.
Okay, can I see from seeing them?
You would have to like climb a little bit.
No. Okay, so I'll just keep following her around back.
So you two begin making your way around back Damery with them.
I'd say yeah.
You guys all kind of begin making your way, and you reach first steps into the graveyard. The graves here, kind of looking around. Go ahead and make perception or investigation checks.
Alright.
Okay, I'm not too terrible at these.
29.
That is 15.
7.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you make your way,
Still
kind of
daydreaming.
leading the group back, checking. The gravestones here, most of them seem rather old, not recent. You make your way behind the church at this point. You guys do see another door into the back of the church intact.
Was the one in the front intact you said too? Okay.
And you look and you see 2 fresh graves. Look to be within the past few weeks, with still fresh and earth around.
Does he look regular sized?
Humanoid, yes.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be really anything else.
Alright.
Just sitting
Alright.
there, pining
Because
for that fire.
of like our history and our background, would we know if churches were a sacred enough, protected enough ground that people would be safe in them?
It always depended on the people and the priests there, how worshipful and faithful they were, what they chose to do with it, what type of gods it was. You do know with your guys' god, it tended to be with the right people, be a good deterrent. You do know, like your household, in particular, where you guys grew up and lived, the estate that you lived upon, that no undead, no evil entities that were of the undead essence, werewolves, things along that, they couldn't cross the boundary to your estate. So this one has the possibility. You do know in your necklaces and pendants, when they did vibrate, it did show with the strength of the vibrations that this was a very faithful place.
Okay. So, noticing that the graves don't seem like they're probably mass graves or anything, they look like they're more respectful, I'm gonna look at my brothers, I'm gonna say, we should see if maybe anyone's managed to take refuge in the church.
First things first, getting the doors open.
I'm gonna go to the back door.
You kind of go up to it. It's just one that kind of pushes.
Alright.
And kind of push it, doesn't really budge at all.
Why not? I'm gonna knock.
You just... There's no response.
There's not like a lock or anything on this door.
There's no lock on it.
Going around to the front of the building.
on like the back, or from like as we've gone through the side and onto the back, were there like stone hatches that lead to an undercroft? I don't know what else to call them.
Like a cellar?
Not
Yeah.
one that you found, no.
Okay.
I want to go around the side of the church we didn't go on, look and see if there are any doors that way as well.
There and on the sides looks to be beautiful stained glass
Okay.
with windows probably about this wide
Okay.
going up to
Stained glass is too hard to look through, so we'll go around to the front. Does that door have like a lock system? Or
it looks there's no lock system either on these ones. They just push open.
It might be barred.
yeah, I'm gonna try to push on it.
You go to push this one, they just a little bit. There's something that keeps people
Alright.
off of it.
I'm gonna push.
Oh, I have in my burglar's kit. I believe there's I want to say there's a crowbar in a burglar's kit,
Well,
right?
I have advantage on strength stuff.
Oh, I was just gonna try to like.
But is it
like
a
thieves'
good
tools
idea to try
burglar
and
kit, I was
bust
gonna just
through
try
the
to
door?
At least get
lift
it
the
a little bit open, because
thing
they're
up.
double doors, right?
What?
They're double doors, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna try and like push, get a crack open, at least get
So
a visual in there.
you try pushing, you get a tiny little
Yeah.
crack open, and you kind of start looking. It looks like there's a solid oak or solid wood bar in the way.
Was the back one a single or double door?
Single.
Okay.
Would it be like an athletics check for me to try to like get a crowbar in there and lift the
crowbar would be very hard. He got this much of a
Yeah.
crack in there.
What all is included in thieves' tools? It just says thieves' tools.
Actually, I can see what's in there.
Okay, it includes a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal handle, a set of narrow-bladed scissors, a pair of pliers. Efficiency with these tools, that's right. What would it say? To disarm traps or open locks. Does this count as a lock?
It's not. It's a bar.
Fine.
If anything, it's a barrier.
Yeah.
It is a very simple lock of.
Just an act.
I mean,
No
Through-
response.
Why? This is so
I'm
difficult.
gonna try and like put some force into it, so like see how far I can get this before it absolutely stops me.
Make a strength check with advantage with your.
And it's just flat strength. 15.
Alright, with that 15, you push and you push, and you feel it kind of just bending slightly. The oak wood, just a little bit, you get it up to that much.
Alright.
You're able to see a little bit more into it, and kind of are trying to peek and look. It's dark in there.
Would
Not
that
much you can see.
would that be wide enough to get some sort of lever into there?
If you were to like hold up against it while I tried to wiggle it in there, would that?
I'm gonna say no because he's pushing, and the door is pushing the bar,
Okay.
which is gonna wedge it.
Yeah.
Which is the point. Though.
Yeah.
I walk to one of the sides of the wall. I say, just give me a minute, and I use my boots to spider climb and go up to the roof.
Yeah, so you just
You're
you
just
just
like-
hop up and climb up really quick, and you find yourself on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Up on the roof, you do see what looks to be a small half doorway.
I'm going to check it.
So you kind of make your way up. This one does have a lock on it.
Mhm.
It looks like it's locked, but the door does shake.
Okay. So either we have you remember that you have the boots to spider climb, and you come up as well.
You can call me.
And then I watch you guys climb up there, and I'm like, I hate when they do that.
So I'll just walk over there. Lana, you might want to come up here, and I just go right back to where I was. So when I'm up there, I'm just kind of leaning against the door.
All right, I'll be back, Adonis. And just do.
You make your way up and see the doorway as well. You guys are still deep in the fog. And Siri, I'm not talking to you.
Logically, there has to be someone inside who is able to put the bars there. So.
Unlocked door in 20 feet.
20 feet.
All right, I'm going to try to pick the locks. Let's hope this
Okay.
check is better than the last
Adonis,
one.
they go up. And you find yourself standing there in the fog, just kind of. Go ahead and what's your passive perception?
How do you do that again?
So it's 10 plus your perception.
Yeah.
10 plus perception.
I have a 22, by the way.
14.
You hear the sound of shuffling.
I mean, like, my,
Sounds coming from the square.
Given that I'm trained with firearms, and one of them is a long gun, can I see?
Make a perception check now.
Because I do have the sharpshooter ability too. Would that help?
Just make a straight perception.
Why am I doing 2? Damn it. 8.
You kind of look. Pretty sure the sound's coming from behind. You sort of see a shadow in the fog for a moment, and then it's gone. The sound of almost dragging continues.
Are there is there a shrubbery anywhere?
There's a smaller tree kind of there, at the entrance to the church area.
Is it big enough that I could hide behind it, or would I need just be like?
It's big. It's a small little 1.
So then I'll just kind of like
I
lean
duck
up
behind
against
it.
like that.
My passive is pretty high. Do I hear anything?
No, you're not where you were at.
With my 22, do I unlock the door?
Yes, you kind of mess with it. And just hear the click.
Okay.
And slowly turn the lock.
I'm gonna go back over the edge and just say, Adonis! And we're gonna
About
go.
this time, you look
Right.
down and you don't see him.
So yeah, I'm behind the tree. I'll start like unholstering my musket and just kind of having it out.
Adonis?
I suck.
So at this point, you guys are because you went towards the front. He's like over 150 feet away. You don't see him now.
Well, I went back. I left him in the front, so I would have gone towards the front.
Yes, you would have gone towards the front, but he's still about 150 feet away because he went towards the front
Oh.
where the tree is. You cannot see him in this fog.
I would assume we have like whistles and stuff that we would communicate with. Would you agree, Zach?
Not like a.
Call signs?
Yeah.
Like some sort of like code.
Alpha Bravo, this is Charlie Delta.
And
Oh,
just,
wait.
like,
whiskey foxtrot. There we go.
just make like a bird whistle or something. Just be like, I'm here, and just using that, they would kind of tell them to use those as well. Would that work?
I'm guessing, yeah. Probably a whistle or something.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Some
you can't
sort-
talk with the whistle.
but some
Yeah,
sort of like
just
signal.
like just to kind of establish that we should probably be using whistles now.
Okay. And so if you do that, I'm gonna turn around and look at Damon and say, I think we have company.
Fun. And I pull out both my swords.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out my longbow and just perch on like the front end of the little chapel.
Yeah.
And can I try to hide? Stealth? Yeah.
In a much similar way, I pull my hood up.
23. So I try to hide.
How much closer is the tree to where I saw the vague shape than the door?
You're about 100 feet from the door now.
Okay. And would you say like I'm
Very
halfway?
much. What?
Would you say I could, or like, can I make another perception check?
Sure, try.
14.
You hear the sound. It seems to be getting fainter now.
Okay.
You don't see anything.
Alright.
And before you know it, the sound's gone.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold position and be ready if I see something.
I'm gonna use like our little signaling system to do kind of like a "Are you okay?" sort of call, or like "Do you need it backup?"
So I'm gonna say with those, it's gonna be yes, no, whistle. So yes, a no, a danger, a help, and an all is good.
Okay. I guess I will listen for a signal then. I'll listen for either danger or help.
I'll whistle danger, and then help no.
Okay.
Also, I gotta ask, what level monk are you?
6.
6? Okay, I was gonna say, because if you're at least level 9, you should be able to just go up walls.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, what level monk is he? Because if so...
Because then we all just are like, walls?
Then you-
What is gravity?
Yeah, all of us could have been like, da, 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 da.
Yeah, danger, help, no.
Alright.
And like the help no, I'm gonna try and make them fairly quick succession, so they're definitely in the same thought.
Alright. I don't like waiting up here.
Well, there's a door.
True.
I'm gonna go through the door.
I'm
You just gotta.
I want to
Leaks
stay
open.
near the door, but not go in so I can hear in case he whistles.
So, you make your way in.
Mhm.
Kind of having to crouch through to get in.
I have one of my swords drawn.
You find yourself walking down a very small staircase in a crouch, very crouched, kind of tight. And
That's bad.
you begin making your way down, and you find it leads to what looks like a wall at the bottom.
Just a wall and that's it? Nothing else?
Just a wall.
I'm going to push on the wall.
Push the wall, just kind of opens up, and you see into the main worship center of the church.
Okay, do I see the huge double doors that lead to
You
the
do.
front? Okay. I'm going to slowly make my way towards the door.
You make your way towards the door.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try and just kind of move the wooden bar that's probably in front of the door. So I'm just gonna try and lift it.
And as you begin lifting it, you hear the sound of 3 crossbows just.
There's the ticket.
You hear, "Don't move that, or we will fire at you."
Oh my gosh. I'm
just waiting
for
I messages put it- from
either of them.
Put it down. I just turn to see who is knocking
Keep your
at
hands
us.
up now.
So just hands up.
Drop your sword.
Well, I would have put it back into its
Okay.
seat, so to lift the thing. I'm not having a door thing like with Scanlan, Axeldan, and Percy. I'm not having one of those.
You've got both swords just pointed towards your shoulders.
Just cut myself.
What do you want here? Why are you in here?
Well, considering
Before that, you see one of them takes a vial of something and throws it above your head. And as it hits, you feel this wet liquid go all over you.
Holy water.
can I make an assumption that it is in fact holy water?
It's just gasoline. They're
No.
throwing a Molotov.
What does it smell like?
There's no smell coming.
No smell? Okay, because if it was some sort of fuel, then it would have had a smell. Okay.
Vampires and Molotov would be pretty nice.
Anarchy!
Yeah, no.
You said our words were
Yes, no, danger, help.
yes, no, danger, help, and all's good.
Oh, right, that's good.
I mean, you can, I guess, whistle and make it sound like
At
a
this
question,
point-
right?
No, you cannot.
I don't know, I
Around
can't
this
whistle.
point, they see where you came from, and they shut the door, which is just a wall, a hidden door in the wall. And you watch as 2 of them, while one's pointing it, reach over and pick up one of these heavy pews and stick it in front.
God damn it.
Well, I am like the least helpful sibling right now. I'm not.
Speak your business, stranger.
Well, considering that this town seems to be abandoned with little to no people around, I'm guessing that there's creatures here that you can't kill.
We can kill you, though.
Anywho, so what exactly is going on here?
Like you said, there's something here. We've been locked in a church now for about a month and are running low on food. Past 2 people we sent out to scavenge did not return.
Guessing those were the 2 graves that we saw in the back there.
No. Those graves were 2 elderly folk that happened about a month and a half ago. Old age.
Okay.
You look at this guy. He looks to be wearing priest robes. He's got a hood kind of pulled up, and you see along his arms look to be metal things that wrap around his arms all the way up. To about
Like
his
bands
forearms.
or...
You're not for sure. It looks to be almost bands in a way.
Me, myself, know what they may or may not be, but...
You
So-
can only see his face in the hood.
Okay, so I'm going... So am I able to turn around fully now and actually look face to face with this guy?
He
instead of-
looks at you and he goes, "Put your hands out." Now put them together. And you see him kind of stick his hand out like this, and you watch as this band shoots off his arm and pulls your arms together.
Okay, real fast.
Is he Spider-Man?
We're gonna try making a sacred flame.
Cannot.
Okay, that's what I thought.
As you try to channel and stuff, it's not working.
So let's see, you...
Upon closer inspection, you see the tree not inscribed all the way down it.
Of course.
Show me your emblem already.
Well, I'm
Shut up,
trying,
you're not there.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly is
No
up
meta.
with these guys. I'm trying to figure out what's up with these guys before I start, just starting like, oh yeah, this, and this.
I'm just listening at the door. For
But I don't-
either of them to whistle.
Well, I don't think would the whistling even work, considering that I'm inside and you're on the roof.
Well, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know how far down you were going, so I was just like,
Well, considering that we're going up and then going down, and if you assume that that door then leads into the main church, then...
I don't know. I'm hoping that if you need something, you
It
come
would
back to the
probably-
stairs and whistle up at me, but...
If you were to whistle, it would probably reverberate through the church more, and then it would just like dissipate, so you probably wouldn't hear
The
anything.
acoustics of the church.
Yeah.
Most.
So it sounds real good in the
Yeah.
church,
Oh,
but...
it's gonna sound great in the church.
Great,
He's
great
just gonna go,
acoustics.
and it's gonna sound like angels.
Yeah.
He's gonna whistle once, and the Hallelujah chorus is gonna join in.
That's it.
I'm gonna go back to the front end of the church and do the whistles for... I'm gonna do the whistle for all good, a brief pause, and then yes and no, pretty close to each other to hope
Okay.
he might understand I'm asking yes or no.
Allow it.
I'm gonna whistle yes. I mean, actually,
Yeah. So these whistles you do are the sounds of different birds.
yeah.
That you, when you were younger, you learned these bird, and they are almost indistinguishable from a bird, or from a bird.
About how long is?
So it's like...
You used to sit and do bird sounds, and they used to bird sounds back to you, actual birds.
Falcon noise, falcon noise.
You've been taught your pet crow to say the word fuck.
About how long has passed?
It has now been probably 5, 6 minutes.
So yeah, I would probably assume that nothing has tried to move again. So
Nope, sound's gone.
yeah. So I'll just whistle yes. I'm still maintaining my position though.
Okay. In that case, I've heard back from him, but I haven't heard back from him, so I want to go down the stairs. Because
You make your way down the stairs, same thing, just a wall. At this point, they're looking at you. Arita,
Open sesame.
what do you want here?
Well, let's see. People are missing.
Don't be a smartass.
Oh, I'm gonna try to. Strange creatures, lots of dead people. Someone who's wearing your very own holy symbol. And considering that it's my job to also help hunt down monsters, I was hoping I could figure out what the hell's going on here.
We already had one of your kind. He told us we could help him, nothing changed.
Well, there's me, plus 2 more. That makes 3.
He kind of lifts an eyebrow and walks up to you, lowering his crossbow, wedge your holy symbol it.
I pull it with my...
So you pull out your holy symbol. You guys' the family crest holy symbol is this Trinity knot, but in the middle there's a crow sitting in it. And he looks, he goes,
Ta-da.
he goes, and he kind of puts his hand on yours, and the thing wraps around the back of his arms. Why were you opening the door?
Because...
At this point, you are at the
I was
bottom.
gonna say, if I push, it obviously burn?
You go to push, and it is a heavy wall, and the fact there's a huge, heavy pine pew in the way. You go to push, it's not budging,
I'm gonna.
and you don't even know if it opens or
I
not.
just. David?
Do I hear this at all, or?
You do not.
Okay.
It's a literal bricks that are on hinges.
Okay. But do I hear the sound of the... Or it shuffling at all?
But what's your passive?
That'd be 18.
You hear maybe something coming from that direction.
Okay, then I won't say anything about it just yet. But,
It's not opening. What are you doing?
God, if only our positions were switched. Because I have the strength and I'm a sharpshooter.
Okay, well, my strength isn't fabulous. My athletics is a +8. Thank you. That's a real good question. I'm gonna. Would it be an investigation to see if I can tell if this is a door that or a wall that opens, like a secret door?
Yeah, go and make a investigation check.
Okay. 22.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I guess it's deducible that it's either blocked or locked somehow.
okay. So... Back to, Mr. Churchman here. So, I would have taken my hood down now. And, so what I'm getting at here is that you definitely need something to change around here.
At this point, we might just leave. If we can even get out.
Fair point, considering that all the houses that we've seen have had their occupants' heads lopped off and their bodies are missing, so...
You see him just kind of look down. Yes, my name is Father Matthew. The other two behind me is Father John and Father Luke.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you.
Zach, can we also have a regroup call?
No.
Okay.
There's an inside joke there, I'm guessing, or... Okay. Because if it's some sort of joke, then I have no clue, because I'm kind of stupid.
It's
Let's see.
We have those who made it to the church. Probably 8 people underneath the church right now.
Safe or injured?
We've treated the wounds.
Okay.
We had to kill one before they turned.
So if you care to fill me in on what exactly we're dealing with, considering you've been here a lot longer than I have.
We aren't sure. At first we thought vampires maybe. Though the stories and the things we've been taught about them, it doesn't match up.
Well, first things first. The reason I was opening the door is because, 1, it's locked.
Oh
2,
no shit.
2,
2, you're a dumbass.
so are you. 3, considering that 2 of us were able to get to the roof, 1 couldn't, and they were probably waiting for me. We were coming inside to see if there was anyone left alive, if at all.
Yes, there is.
Well, isn't that great? Wish we knew that sooner. Anywho, so...
Those things are all the same. Smart asses. That's why so many of you get killed.
It's not even by monsters. It's by people.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to just stand there and think for a moment. Did you bury the body already that turned, or did they almost turn and did you just bury it?
We had to burn them. The sacred flame.
Okay, investigating.
Before the grounds became desecrated.
Well, whatever these things are, they have some sort of weaponry, I'm guessing, from what I've seen.
It's something. They came in the night. Towards the evening. Around supper time. It was a rude awakening, to say the least. We don't know how many there were, but there was the sound of clanging of bangs. A sound that we haven't heard before. Something not for sure what. I wish I could give you more details, but giving you the same details we gave the last time I was here.
I'd like to make an insight check. Let's see how well I do. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad. That is 26.
He seems to be withholding something from you.
Okay. Well, considering you don't feel like telling me everything that happened, let's just get down to, I guess, brass tacks. 1, we're probably gonna have to get my siblings in here as well, so that way we can all figure out what the hell's going on here, find it and kill it, whatever it is, or they are, and then be on our merry way.
No, agreed.
Now then, I'm going to just kind of start walking towards the door that I came in through, the hidden one. I'm just gonna move this and just kind of just slowly start.
Make a strength check.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I don't have great strength, but let's give it a shot. That is a 13.
So you go to push and it's...
I said I'm gonna try just like, let's go. And
It's not moving.
it's like, well, that's what I thought.
You didn't take the Wendigo feature then?
Again, I was doing so many things, I wasn't able to pick any feature.
Oh.
Well, she has the eyes, I have the Wendigo, so...
Yeah, again, I wasn't able to take one down because I was setting up several different things as well as my character. Okay. But, I'm still just gonna try and pull it and see if it budges at all. It's like...
It's not moving. It's like scraping a little bit and they're just watching you.
That's what I wondered.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I'm
'Cause
just
if-
kind of...
If,
If I,
You
like,
kind of hear under their passive perception, you hear under the breath of one of them, yeah, we're fucking dead.
at this point, I'm just like pounding on the wall. Just like,
do
David!
I hear this?
You, very faint.
David!
So as I'm pulling, it's like, so are you just gonna stand there like you're watching something die, or are you gonna actually try and help me move this?
Oh, you wanted help. I thought you Van Helsings were supposed to be strong and capable humans.
We're good at killing monsters.
So obviously not strong or capable.
I said we're good at killing monsters. I didn't say that we could lift very heavy furniture.
At this point, 2 of them walk up, kind of just lift it up and move it out of the way.
Thank you. And I guess I try and
I've
either...
been pounding on the door. Does it move at all now?
At this point, your hand's getting a little bruised.
I pound on the door as well. I'm guessing she hears something.
What's my 22 passive perception?
What do you do here?
I'm gonna try to push on it again.
You kind of push it and it slowly moves a little bit.
I'm gonna keep.
Eventually it cracks up about that big.
I'm just. Damon?
You
Yes.
stick your head and you see Damon there. There's 3 other rookie priests.
Are you alright?
Could be better.
Alright. Can we let Adonis in?
Well, they don't want to really let the bar on the door open at all, so.
We kind of motion to it.
I feel like if we're fast enough, it's fine. I just walk in.
About how long has it been?
It's been about 10 minutes.
I would like to make another perception check, see if I hear anything.
Go for it.
Damn it. 3 plus, what was it, 4, 7.
You don't see anything. You hear what sounds like a woman's scream from farther up into the town.
Since I'm alone, I'm just gonna maintain position as I sit here pining for that fire I lit. Just like,
You,
just like, oh god.
the drizzle has started again.
Thankfully, I have a hat, so I'm just like.
At this point, you're about soaked through.
Well,
You two.
I was gonna say, if they're gonna let us go towards the door, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab it, like I'm gonna open it, and I'll look at them for like approval.
They don't do anything.
Alright, and I'll lift.
And I'll help as well.
You guys go to lift. It doesn't budge.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Because it's heavy, or because it's magic?
I'm gonna take a look at the bar itself. Do I notice anything strange about it?
It's got markings all into it.
And of course it fucking does. What, do I have the assumption that these are probably magic symbols?
It's got the same markings that his wrist things have.
Of course it does.
You're just gonna. Seriously? You're just gonna watch us?
You didn't ask for help.
I was just about to say that.
Would you let us let our brother in?
Well, you just had to ask. And you see
They say worse.
2 of them go up to the edges and one in the middle and sticks his hand and it glows blue all of a sudden, a holy light. And they just pop it up. And lift it up and lean it up against the wall.
Alright, I'll crack open the door. And just. You said he's about 100 feet away, right?
Yep.
And it's pretty foggy. You just. Adonis.
With 14 passive perception, would I hear that?
Are you whispering that?
No, I'm. Like saying it. Just like. Adonis.
You hear it, yeah.
Alright.
The door's open.
Alright. I head back.
Door's open.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna bother being stealthy. Just kind of run back.
And you just kind of make your way in.
I want to be inside.
You go in and you do see 3 priests.
You guys have a fire going?
Does it look
They
like we
kinda
have
look
a
at
fire
you.
going?
Yes, we do.
Alright, thank you. And
You
I
have a
go,
fire going? What the hell?
It's a chilly night. I would perfectly assume.
They kind of look at you. Does he get on your nerves too?
They both do.
He looks
Why
at
do
you
I
and he
feel like
goes,
we're twins?
he looks at you and he
Annoy the
goes,
shit out of our brother.
I feel sorry for you. I think we will get along. He's like, please leave out of the door, brothers. And you kind of shut the door behind him and rebar, and you see them both place their hands in the blue light. It goes, and you see the other priest, Matthew, walk up and put his hand on the doorway. You 2 came in, and you see it flash blue as well.
What were you whistling about earlier, Adonis?
I saw something, like a shadow, creeping through the center of town. Couldn't quite see it, but then I think like a few minutes before you guys actually opened the door, I heard a scream somewhere.
Which direction?
Would I have been able to tell that?
It sounded like it's coming deeper from in town.
It was just
Deeper north
deeper
or
into
south?
town.
Deeper north.
Okay.
Like, not the way y'all came.
Okay. Alright.
What you said it was it? Did you specify like is it a feminine scream or a masculine scream? I don't
Feminine.
remember. Okay, it sounded like a woman.
Alright. I guess I don't know the priest's names yet. I wasn't here in the hate introductions. I'm just gonna look at him and just. Brother something.
Just call me Brother Matthew.
Brother Matthew. Is there anywhere else in the town people could maybe hole up or create sort of a stronghold?
I don't know. Maybe a cellar or something. From what we saw, our stiffest, hardest doors did not stand a chance.
Because you said it looks like this has been going on for a while, so I'm shocked that you heard anyone outside of the church screaming.
It's, we don't know. We've heard screams a couple a day.
Interesting. Alright. Do you by chance know where they're coming from?
No. We have not dared stray. Those who did have been cut down, we believe.
Alright. Is it just you three?
No, there's others below.
Alright. Did another Helsing come through town?
Yes, he told us a couple of weeks ago that everything was gonna be fine, but no.
He is kind of a cocky old bastard.
To say the least. I believe his name was Victor, though at this point we're just gonna call him Victim for Victor.
So there hasn't been any word from him since?
Nothing.
Well, do you need any help here? Or...
At this point, you hear something hit against the front door. Just a smack.
Hello, company.
Well,
And
that can't be good.
I pull out one of my swords.
And bow.
And fire.
I'm just like,
It's like, they can't get in, they can't even make it onto the grounds.
Then what's hitting the door?
I don't want to know. At this point, you hear another hit against the door. That's something else like hitting the door.
Does it sound solid?
Solid.
Like maybe they're throwing rocks or something?
Not rock solid, but definitely
Like,
something of mass.
are they throwing heads?
Bring out your dad. Bring out your head.
I'm gonna look at Brother Matthew. Do you mind if I go sneak up onto the roof and take a look?
Kind of shrugs.
Alright, just...
And he says, the fire is this way. He begins leading you in the back door.
We're all just like ready. Fire!
That has been my goal so far right now.
I know, there's probably a house burning down right at the edge of the town.
It was in the stove. I mean, worst case, it's a distraction for the monsters, so.
Alright, I'm going to... Excuse me, hiccups, I can feel like I'm coming. Sneak up the stairs. I'm gonna be as stealthy as I can. Do you want me to roll for that?
No, it's fine.
Okay. We can kind of sneak to the edge, the front edge where the front door is, and look down. Can I see what they've been, like what's been hitting the
Kind
door?
of look. Make a perception check.
Let's see my cloak of protection is. I fashion it into my jacket, basically.
You look down, and
Because I don't need to wear a cloak and a trench coat.
you see an arm. kind of look in there, or sorry, a hand,
Oh, just a hand.
and freshly cut. There's some blood coming out of it, and you kind of looked, and you see for a moment, looks like someone dark standing there smiling. You just hear a laugh, and then all of a sudden you see something in the hand, and they toss it, and you watch a head roll to the steps of the church.
Man or woman?
Can't really tell from with the fog.
Can I get a good enough look at the figure to get like?
More of a shadow.
Okay, but is it looking at normal humanoid size?
Ish, yeah. And as you keep trying to look to get some details, the wind kind of blows.
What?
And your face is kind of flying back as the water hits it from the rain, and you look back, and it's gone.
Well, that's gross. And I'm gonna go back inside. And I'm gonna make sure I like close and lock the door behind me.
And you go onto it, and as soon as you lock the door, you watch it just blue again. And you realize your holy symbol must be doing something to help you get through it.
Alright, I'm gonna go back down. And is everyone just gone now? Because they went to find the fire?
Well, he and the 4 brothers went to find fire. I'm still sitting in the main.
The other 2 priests followed. All the priests followed.
Okay,
with the
so
daughters.
it's just you chilling there.
Pretty much, yeah. Just waiting for either something to try and bust through or nothing at all.
So, good news. Nothing's trying to break in.
But
Bad news. Some really creepy grinning figures throwing body parts at the doors.
fun.
Yeah. So far I've seen a hand and a head.
Ah, this place just keeps getting better.
It's definitely something. I wonder why Uncle Victor didn't just bring us with him in the first place. It would have been so much easier with all 4 of us.
Yeah, probably.
You do know he didn't bring you. You guys were off on another mission. One that was supposed to be a lot harder. It ended up just being some psycho murdering person, some serial killer.
Not an actual monster.
That was killing and eating people. A cannibal. A Dahmer, per se.
I wouldn't be doing.
So that was kind of what happened there. And you guys got back and you found out he was gone on another mission. And normally one of you would go with him. Because you guys tend to stick in like groups of 1 or 2 or 3. If not more, for a different threat.
While we kind of wait a second for Kyle to get back, can you tell me the abilities and whatnot?
So there is the
Yeah, the eyes of the vampire.
So you would get 120 feet of dark vision.
I would have dark vision, so
Vampire's dark vision
And advantage on
dexterity
dex.
advantage. Wendigo is strength.
mhm.
Advantage on strength, be able to on strength checks, be able to lift more, a lot stronger.
But the side effect was the burns.
Then the wolf was increased perception with increased like stealth check and stuff.
I'd say the wolf probably.
I love it. We're all different.
Yeah, I feel like that's better.
So
And what is the name of this ability? What did you have a name for it? Like something of the wolf, or?
it's basically wolf trait
Okay.
or werewolf trait. Sorry.
Mhm.
Where is
Figured my. I don't know. Who's
Think you're the Kuro.
This Koro kitty?
Yes, Kuro.
So with that, what are you 2 doing?
Well, I guess should we go see if we can find Adonis and maybe ask the other people who aren't grumpy old priests what they know?
Probably.
Sounds good.
And advantage on what exactly again? So
So
Advantage on stealth
stealth.
and perception checks.
Okay, stealth and perception.
Everyone's dead? Alright.
no.
So you guys make your way down. You guys see Adonis there. You guys see multiple fireplaces in the bottom there, and they all look to be channeling sacred flame. And it's nice and balmy, very warm down there, comforting. There you see what looks like 8 different people. You see this one little boy in the corner, in a kind of holding his knees in the corner, rocking back and forth. Doesn't look like he slept at all, muttering under his breath. You see, looks like a woman nursing a baby as well. Swollen eyes, like she's been crying. You see 4 men, kind of look to be lumberjack guys, kind of pacing back and forth, talking amongst themselves. And then you see these 2 twin girls, identical, that are just kind of whispering back and forth to each other. And they are holding hands and kind of holding into each other. Hey, Miss Coro.
Is our mascot coming to join us? Hello.
There she is.
So yeah, Adonis, you are plopped right in front of the fire there. At this point, you kind of lay down. There's a bunch of blankets and other things down there, and you kind of lay down into them just in front of the fire. You kind of took off some of your gear, your cloak, and are hanging it up to dry it.
Everyone else is pacing or crying. I'm just like, oh yeah.
Like,
You are basking in this warmth, Adonis.
I mean, I suppose in his defense we've been traveling through the rain for a while, but he could at least try to look a little solemn.
And you see him just taking off his boots, putting them in front of the fire, trying to dry out as much as he can.
And he thinks we're the weird ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, Adonis,
It's weird.
Father John is kind of sitting cross-legged by you. You two shoot out of the room.
Why can't... Where are we supposed to go?
Over
Go upstairs. Take the cat. What?
Oh my god.
Hello, Teeny.
She says, wait, people?
Come here. Come here. Yes.
Okay.
Come here, little potato.
Oh my goodness.
Little
call her
potato.
potato.
Actually, you two are fine. You'll be fine.
Sure?
Yeah, I changed my mind. So, Father John speaking.
Gotcha.
And
I gotcha.
he kind
The
of
grace of a baby elephant.
he looks at you and goes up close to you and goes, "There's something you should know.
Okay.
Father Matthew didn't tell you. We had another priest here, Father Judas. He betrayed us and brought these things in here. Whatever it is, it's from what I gathered where I've lived, it is a machinery of some sort that is being used, along with these dark powers. We aren't entirely for sure what it is, but that's what we've realized.
Is there any ideas where we should start looking?
It's, when this took place, he was up the mansion of the Ishinaga family. Yeah. It used to be a monastery of sorts.
Don't have any other leads, so as good a place as any to look. But first, fire.
Agreed, fire.
He starts trying to eat
Oh
fire.
god.
So how long are you guys planning on staying? Going down here?
Killing him dry.
I was gonna say, I'm ready to go as soon as he tells us this information, but since he's just sitting in front of the fire, I guess I'm gonna go up to some of the lumberjack looking men and just...
They all kind of look at you with these dark, sullen eyes, filled with like grief and sadness and loss of hope.
Hello, I'm sorry, I know you've been through a lot, but me and my brothers, we're here to see if we can help. Do you know where we should maybe start?
just kind of shake their heads and look at him.
Did you get anything from the priests earlier?
He's still sitting there talking with the priest. When
You.
oh, him.
Did you
Me?
get anything? Yeah, you were in here for a while. Before I was able to get in.
Let's see. So, first I thought it was vampires. It wasn't vampires. Well, I could figure that out from first glance. Let's see. Uncle went in 2 weeks. You already know that. Hasn't been seen since. Stuff is still going on. Let's see.
No.
That's a good portion of what I got.
You have no idea where to start looking?
Not really, no. The only information that I have is that they're kind of freaking assholes, but
Agreed.
most people don't. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
I've just probably been making small talk with them.
Yeah, I
getting,
was gonna say, I guess
getting
I'll
comfy.
sit by a fire and get at least a little dry.
I'm gonna like establish. I have the holy symbol on my neck, but I also have one branded on each arm, along with all my other burns.
Mine is on a thing around my waist, like a sash, and then in my studded leather armor in between the studs. Is
yeah,
the
just
marking.
like various like
On the
doodles,
necklace,
basically.
on the necklace, and then on my gauntlets, or kind of just gloves, I guess.
I have an angry but hot on my shoulder.
Do you need help? Because
So I would like to ask the
She's
priest next to
Very
me,
loud in my ear.
how long has Judas been with them?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Is he a new person? Like, did he come from another sect of this church, or?
No, he's one of the oldest ones that worked here, actually. He's always been here ever since I came.
Well then, why would he just suddenly try and kill everyone? I mean, it's a bit of a shift in personality,
We
honestly.
don't know. He killed the head priest here before he left. Slit his throat on the just at the feet of the shrine.
What else can you tell me about the family of the what I forgot what you said.
They're a very old family. The ones who used to live there recently became a monastery, like I said. The family had moved away, left ages ago. And we haven't heard anything about them since, and it's been used as a monastery for us. It was in the process of being renovated. It was eventually going to become a point for monks to travel to gain enlightenment, understanding, to be trained to go out into the world.
With my passive, can I overhear any of this?
Sound full?
This one's empty.
There's one on back there.
Sorry, say it again?
With my passive, could I hear any of this while you're just sitting by a fire?
I'm gonna
you
say
have a cat
no,
purring.
because he's whispering this back and forth with you.
Point of 22
Yeah.
passive.
yeah, the cat's purring is making it impossible for you to hear.
Point of 22 passive if it doesn't help you. Hello. You're a very loud patat.
Yeah. She's very annoying sometimes. With him, like, kind of relaying this information, does any of it sound familiar? Like, given this family is kind of
Make a history
spread
check.
far. What is my history? Do I have it? No, I don't. 13.
13. It rings a bell, sort of. The machines do at least. But you can't seem to actually place where this information falls to a category.
Does it feel to me like I've been taught this, or it's more like I've heard it recently, say like with Victor's quest?
You've been taught this.
Okay. Well, once we move on, get out of here, that's where we'll head. We'll probably try and at least scout around the city or the town. Try and find some survivors, guide them over here.
I thank you for that, yes.
At the very least, we'll...
And I am sorry the way your brother and sister were treated from Father Matthew. He's a nice man. He's been through a lot, and he's taken charge of everyone here.
I was
sure.
half expecting him to say, "I'm sorry for your brother and sister." I was expecting to hear that. Not it's like I'm sorry for how they were treated. Just like, oh.
You don't need to apologize. I deal with them all the time. They deserve it half the time. The other half, they really deserve it.
Fuck you.
So most of them are, yes.
I feel like...
I like stood on the roof of the rain to make sure you didn't die.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like... sort of been implied that I am now the oldest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're the oldest, and we are twins who drive you freaking insane. It has been established.
But...
It is canon now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's our sibling relationship. Done.
Yep.
If you're wondering, we
Wikipedia.
wrote all these characters right before we started.
Wiki, get on that.
but jokes aside, I'm sure they know he meant well.
Yes, it's just a very stressful. Whenever you are ready to go, just let me know.
Well, I'm probably ready, I would assume.
Yeah, at this point it's probably
Yeah.
like 30 minutes just talking here and there. Clothes are a lot more drier and warm now. You're no longer shivering.
Did I ingest the sacred fire to contain the warmth?
You Natsu did.
I have a literal fire in my belly.
Fire in my belly.
Just all of a sudden, just
So, with that, you guys get led back upstairs to the main large door. And he kind of sticks his hand on it, and just blue light, and he lifts the thing up and over, kind of tips it up, and he says, "Good luck out there. I really hope we hear more. If not, when you try to come back, if all hope is lost or all of you, then try to get us out, please.
Alright.
If we don't hear back from you in the next 2 days, we're almost out of food. We will have to make our own for it."
We hope it doesn't come to that.
When we return, we'll knock in a specific pattern just to make sure you know, and just go like...
No, you should be able to the right side of the temple, there is a sigil there. Just channel into it the power, and it will alert us that you are there.
Alright, well...
So was it like a hidden door? Because we walked up both sides of the buildings, and you said there wasn't a door, right?
No, there's no hidden door. There's a sigil that will alert us that you're outside.
Oh, I thought you said that I want to say. God.
May the gods speed you and keep you safe. You look up there, and he opens the door, and there you see the severed hand.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, right, I was going to warn you about that. There's a head and a hand out here.
Where's the head?
That's at the steps at the bottom.
Male or female?
Female.
And I'm just going to look at it like, that's probably the woman you heard.
You look at the hand, and on the hand you see The family sigil or signet ring on the ring finger of the right hand.
Our family signet ring?
Yes.
Oh, joy.
Well,
And does,
I'm gonna take the
say,
ring
does
then.
the
As you
hand-
reach for the hand, you see that there's a looks to be a piece of paper gripped in it.
does the hand look male?
It's very scarred. In fact, you see on the hand is the same burn marks as you have, Adonis.
Why does it have to be so?
I don't think that's a coincidence.
Why do you have to be so stubborn and come here on his own?
What hand is it?
The right.
Okay.
So I take the ring off, just kind of put it in my pouch or something, and then take the note, read it.
It's covered in a little bit of blood, but then you realize the reason it's covered in blood is because it's written in blood. And it goes, "Welcome, Helsings. You are cordially invited to our new estate." And on it you see a symbol. It's sort of a V with a circle around it, and in it you see these different sigils within it.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Make a history check.
Could I as well?
Yes.
Well, I'm reading it.
Well, do you show us?
Yeah. Really?
Oh my god. Wow.
9.
6.
And you said history?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. How fast.
Ooh, I should have picked history instead of religion.
Let's see. I only have +2. Let's find out. Yeah, that's an 8.
My 8 and 9. You two both look at it. It rings a chord. It's something that you were taught, something you know. You've seen a couple times and I had to explain to you, though you don't remember it. You don't you look at it and you go, "Is that a fish?"
Maybe it's telling us, do we want chicken or fish?
I never paid enough attention in class.
Well, regardless, we'll figure it out eventually. Besides, we have a party to go to.
I don't like that
yeah.
we don't have the advantage of
Oh, please. We lost it the moment we stepped foot in this place.
set freaking fire.
That too.
What?
You started a fire as soon as we got here. You gave us away, like right from the beginning.
If they knew we were Helsing, they know we're Helsings. I doubt the fire told them that.
If they know. Is there enough blood on the hand? Like, does it look like the only blood on the hand was maybe coming from the hand being severed, or is there like a lot of blood?
Definitely it's covered in a lot of blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really tell if it was from the severing or other blood. Because when you slice off an appendage,
Yeah.
it
I know,
squirts.
but I mean, there's only the hand.
No, Anakin.
This
There's
is the lightsaber.
There's only the hand here. What are the odds? Victor is still alive, or was alive long enough to maybe let loose that we're here?
I'd say low. Would Victor have the personality that he would crack under pressure and like tell them?
Your
or, like,
family was trained in being smartass in every single scenario we're in.
So unlikely.
So if any of you three were tortured, you know that the remarks you'd be making would just infuriate whoever was torturing you or
Perfect.
anything. That's just how your family is.
Alright.
It's almost an instilled characteristic handed down in your
So
family.
it's more likely they just recognize
It's almost
the symbol
gen-
or something on
It's
us.
almost genetic.
Good enough.
Well,
So it's more likely they just recognized our appearance, I'm gonna guess. That we're Helsings.
I'd say chances are he's probably dead, or at least
Severely.
turned somehow.
Well, considering that we've got his hand, he still has feet, another hand, and his head. So we have about 1, 4, and 5, maybe?
Are we making a collection?
We potentially have at least 4/5 of our
You do
uncle.
know that your family on the estate does have a family graveyard. And 90% of those graves are bodies that were mutilated, torn, blah, blah, blah. So and so when other Van Helsings had to take care of the problem, brought the body back and is instilled in the ground. And 90% of them, of your family, have not died of old age.
Never would have guessed
Even
that.
your guys' mother, after having you guys, and she's probably in her 60, 65 now. She's towards the end of her life. She still goes out with your father on hunts in their old age.
That's romance right there.
Do we?
You guys, it is a cute romance. Your father treats your mother like a queen, and they are always like cuddling up to each other, holding hands. Even when they're on a hunt, you guys have gone on hunts with them, and they'll be tracking things, and they'll be holding hands, and they'll be go down to like look at a head, or they'll look at something, and they'll be digging through entrails. And they're like, oh honey, oh yeah, that's the right answer, and they kiss right over like a dead body sometimes.
Their hands touch as they're going through the entrails.
The dad like picks up. He like somehow cut off the hands of a werewolf and makes a heart with them.
Yeah, I imagine, and then we're all just like, "You're disgusting. You guys are gross."
I'm just checking if they have anything. Yeah. Seems to be gone. Okay.
The stream cut off 2 hours ago. We were just
That would be so sad.
or the recording or whatever.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't stop.
So with that,
Like it's only
you
been
guys
an
make
hour
your way out of the
since we've
church.
been
Do,
recording.
I don't know. Assuming
I don't
we
know.
came with the
Started nine, right?
possibility
Yeah,
of having
it shows
to
that it's
bring
been
back
going for
pieces
about
of
an
our
hour.
dead uncle, do we have like a bag or something I can
You
stick
do.
that?
You guys have bags of holding.
Yeah.
You, Adonis, you've been gifted with a the hole that you throw on the ground.
Portable hole.
You have a portable
God
hole.
damn it!
I'm-
Why would you give him that?
You two have
Even
bags of hold.
I-
Because he's the oldest.
no, I mean, why did you give Kyle the portable hole?
I
What
gave
if I-
Adonis the portable hole, not Kyle?
I'm gonna just grab the hand and be like,
Just as I'm like I'm using the hand to like grab the hole with.
I'm just like,
Fucking.
I would totally do that.
I was gonna say, and I'm
So
just
Adonis,
like,
you have the hand, and you're kind of like
Like-
hitting the nerves onto it, and it's like you make the hand
It's my
move.
tiny hand.
oh my gosh.
And you guys know that your uncle, if he was seeing this, would be laughing. And even if it is his hand, even if he's dead or alive, you don't know if he's dead and like watching over you guys, he's probably laughing about this whole thing. You guys do know Adonis takes a lot after your uncle in a lot of ways.
And we're just like,
I liked how we're actually just
Like-
sighing at the same
I
time.
know.
It's like-
Adonis, your uncle Victor, like you said, you worked with, like he worked medical with him. You and him are the inventors of the firearm,
Okay.
actually.
Nice.
So the Helsing family invented the firearm in the country of Cater. And you guys, when you were younger, moved to where you are now, to the main original estate. Which every Helsing eventually makes their way there and lives for a while. A lot of training goes on there. You guys grew up with cousins, second cousins, and other things. And when you're young, you all go there. It's almost like a training camp, a boot
I was gonna say, I'm
camp.
thinking like X-Men.
Yeah,
With, like,
it's like a school almost.
Yeah.
Airborne.
Helsings. So it's very interesting, the family. Really cool though.
Well,
You do get the hole out.
The funny thing is that I did medical,
Hold it in,
but I
fold it
don't
back
have
up, fold
medicine
it,
as a
Pull it back
profession.
up and you stick it back in.
I just have a +4 in medicine.
so do I.
hey, we all have a +4 in medicine.
So
We can try to
with
see.
that, you guys make your way out to that main square. It's foggy, and as you are kind of standing there, the drizzle begins again. And the fog dissipates. And it seems to go away.
I'm gonna do like a full 360. Do I see anything watching us?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same
Go
thing.
make perception checks, guys.
been creeping on us for
Good thing
like
I don't have advantage. Okay, that's a lot better.
22.
19.
14.
You guys all kind of look around. Even with your high rolls, the city is quiet besides the rain. You don't see anything. You see, making its way up, you see what looks to be a dragging blood stain going up farther that wasn't there before.
Great. I'm guessing this belonged to the body that the woman's head belonged to at one point. Should we follow it, or should we look for a roundabout way?
Where is, like, what direction is the manor?
It's to the north.
Yeah.
That's
Can
where
we
the
see it?
drag line is.
Okay.
With this fog dissipating, you do now see houses up this road, more houses, getting a little bigger, and at the top you see a gated wall. And you can't really see it because it goes up over the hill now, and the wall, the gate is more of like thick iron, very thin slits through it.
So it kind of conceals what's
Very
behind
cast
it.
iron, yes. And you can't see really past it. You can see a looming building with 2 turrets at the corners.
Alright. Well, I guess
We wouldn't want to be late to the party, would we? And I just start walking.
I'm just gonna sigh and pull out my longbow and follow behind.
I pull out a sword and just hood up.
You begin making your way up now. And all of a sudden, it goes all foggy, like that. And you can't see a foot in front of you. Then the fog fades. And now...
Does this fog seem natural?
It does not.
That's right. Okay.
You now watch, you look almost stunned, lining the whole way up to the mansion, to what was going to be a monastery, you see stabbed in javelins, lining the thing with heads stabbed in, all the way up lining. And you see an unnatural light, fire, glowing at the top of all these stakes.
I think we found where the rest of the heads went. And still no bodies anywhere?
No bodies, just now heads lining.
What are they doing with the bodies?
Feeding off of it.
Oh, I really hope not.
Using it
That's
for
so
some
gross.
sort of magic. Curses.
I hope all of those things are wrong.
Of the things you've listed, I think interior design would probably be the best option.
Okay, put that as 99.
Alright, well. But other than the heads, is there like anything else in our way?
There is not.
Do the heads have
You
like?
now look as well. The heads. You see the gates open in front of you, and you see what look to be figures, like butler-like uniforms almost, holding their way and just kind of having a motion at the top of the hill for you.
Do they look like
They
typical
They
humanoids?
They look humanoid, yes. You can't really tell too much, as they're wearing like rain gear almost.
Alright, well it looks like they're expecting us.
Well, yeah. I know, Koro.
Yes.
Do the heads have any, like, markings on them, or is it just they've been severed and...
They just look severed and walked on.
Do these, is it a mix of like the ones that look clean cut and the ones that look like they've been
They
bit
all
or
look
torn?
clean cut.
These ones all look clean cut? So it's only just the one we've seen so far that looks like it was bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Interesting.
make my way up?
And
I mean, they already know we're
Yeah.
on this path, so...
I'll just kind of flank
Yeah.
to his right, a little behind him.
Then I'll do the same, but to his left.
So you guys make your way up, just walking, keeping us hand on the gun, one on the sword. Your bow's kind of at your side, arrow ready. You guys make your way up, and you make your way to these 2 figures, and they're both kind of looking down. As you make their way, you kind of get a glance at their faces. They look to be human. definitely humans. And then they both kind of look up at you. They are human. But what you see is sewn mouths shut.
I'm just gonna like kind of look at one and just nod yes or no if you can. Can you answer us?
They don't even move. They just kind of look at you and then look towards the match.
Do they blink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is just lovely.
And as you make your way in,
Yeah, we got the chatty
this
Cathy's
map
in.
is going to show it. So,
Didn't ask if there was dinner.
right here is where you're coming in.
Okay.
And as you kind of step in, you see to your left are stables.
All right.
I'm standing in the way of this.
Yeah, you are. Again. Yeah.
You see right here is stables, it looks like. To the right looks to be a garden area. You see blooming flowers among other things. Looks to be well kept still, not overgrown. Up ahead you see what looks to be another gate right here. And now there's no heads lining up. There look to be very nice, like lit torches among other things, and just kind of beautiful stuff. So you guys, what do you do?
Just keep heading up.
So you guys begin making your way up here, and you get to a crossroads and kind of looks to be a well house right here. Kind of see into it, see a well, and to the right you see it. Another building kind of closed. So right here, where the gate is, you guys make your way up, and as it opens, you see two more figures, exactly the same, dressed, sewn mouth shut. And then right here you see what looks to be a fountain. It is then you get this sickening smell and feeling that just hits you. And the fountain is piled with bodies, all different poses, different formed, almost like
Interior design.
almost like artwork. Entrails hanging out, others tied together, making knots, making a spider web. At the very top, there's a second level, and there looks to be children kneeling, holding their hands like this, to the very top of it, where there's a spear with a baby speared up through it.
I can't believe you were goddamn right. And I.
What's funny?
hate
That's been
this
the plan
even
since
more.
the start. And when you guys said interior design, I'm like, Kyle's gonna love this. Those two are gonna hate it.
Yep.
This is where he's laughing and the twins are just like.
I was sitting here when you guys had this discussion. I'm just like, oh, this is great. This is wonderful.
Like, this is the first time he's ever been right about it being interior design.
What are you talking about? I'm always.
You've had it right
Oh,
before,
yeah.
actually. Once.
But
And ever since that happened, you've had it once, and it's always been your go-to.
That doesn't make sense. Interior design.
It's much better than curses.
But
Demons or
I
whatever.
have to say their taste is pretty terrible.
Yes,
And with
can't say I'd
that,
agree with it.
we're actually going to end this one shot to pick up
Aw.
another day,
Oh.
because it is late and I work tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
Training in the
with
morning.
that, I'm going to end it. That was a lot of fun, guys. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I've had this idea for a while. I really
I'm
wanted to do a
excited.
Helsing one, and I was going through all my stuff thinking, what do I
We
want
definitely have to
do
do this again if it's gonna be just the three of us again.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was. I'm really excited for. We'll see how this plays out.
Oh yeah, this is gonna
I was
be
actually going to
fun.
put this into the campaign eventually, this whole scenario thing, but this works so much better for like a one-shot Helsing.
Oh yeah.
And besides, it introduces the Helsing family, which will are a big part of my world.
Cool.
So I'm excited for you guys to come in contact with them, maybe not. Again, guys, hey, our audience, those who watch this, maybe no one watches it, who
I was gonna
knows.
say no one wants.
We had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Rolls with Benefits again. Those who are our followers and like watching us, we really appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys a lot. Keep being yourself, guys. We really do enjoy you. We enjoy all the stuff you bring to us, the things you say, the support. And again, we love you guys. And keep being yourselves, show love to everyone else, and especially this time, and be the positivity in this world, because we hope we can be that for you sometimes, and take your mind away from the world. So thank you guys for watching. We love you guys a lot. I'm going to send Cole over there to go end the stream because our techie is not here.
Yeah, we are sorry this one wasn't live. Hopefully,
Sorry it wasn't live, guys.
the next one will be.
We'll post it in our Discord that this is on, so you guys know that it's there.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll mention it next week, so if you guys want to come watch us one shot, yeah.
I guess part 1, it's going to be like a 2-shot, probably.
Probably 2-shot, hopefully, by the looks of it. It was just a lot of stuff went down with people being sick, a couple people, one in the hospital, and
Randall.
Work stuff.
And Randall.
and Randall, who is a workaholic. So
Randall, if you're watching this,
Show up next week.
yeah.
fight us.
Fight me.
Fight that one.
So hey, go down the street. Thanks guys for watching Rolls with Benefits. Huh? We love you guys.
All right.
Go down the stream.
Yeah.